It's Christmas time, so curl up, get comfy, and let me read you a story. Today's story is The Snowflake That Wanted to Be First. Every winter, millions of snowflakes gathered high above the clouds, waiting for their big moment to fall to earth. Some dreamed of landing on rooftops, others wanted to cover pine trees in sparkly blankets. But one tiny snowflake, named Fritzy, had the biggest dream of all. Fritzy wanted to be the very first snowflake of the season. Every year he tried, and every year he was late. Last winter, he sneezed just as the wind blew, and he spun in circles until he landed days away from the first snowfall. The year before that, he fell asleep and didn't wake up until half the snowstorm had passed. But this year, he promised himself, he would be ready. A cold rush swept the sky. Snowflakes lined along the edge of the cloud. Fritzy pushed himself all the way to the front, determined not to miss his chance. But just as the cloud opened, whoosh! A bigger, bolder snowflake bumped him right out of line. Poor Fritzy spun backward right to the very end. "Oh, not again," he whispered. But just then a soft gust of wind curled beneath him. Not strong, not loud, just gentle, almost like a hand lifting him up. "Where are we going?" Fritzy gasped as the wind carried him higher, above the snowflakes, above the clouds, higher than he'd ever floated before. And then he saw it. 8 reindeer and one with a shiny red nose. "Is that?" "It is," Fritzy squealed. "Santa!" The wind placed him gently on the front edge of Santa's sleigh, as soft as setting down a feather. Santa looked down, eyes twinkling. "Well, hello there, little traveler," he chuckled. "Aren't you a bright one?" Fritzy shimmered. He couldn't speak. He was too amazed. He wasn't the first to fall from the cloud, but he was the very first snowflake to land on Santa's sleigh. Santa tapped Rudolph. "Looks like we found our leader for tonight's snowfall." Rudolph winked, and with a joyful shake of his antlers, Fritzy lifted into the air again, glowing so brightly that all the snowflakes behind him sparkled in his light. As Santa's sleigh soared across the rooftops, Fritzy danced ahead of them, twinkling and swirling, and the snowfall followed wherever he led. And that night, anyone who peeked out their window would say the same thing. The very first snowflake of Christmas was the brightest one they'd ever seen. Thanks for listening. Stay cozy. I'll be back to read again tomorrow.